What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Real Word Podcast, a place where real thoughts, real ideas, and real words come to life. I'm your host, Drew, coming from San Diego, California. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit up those links down below. And now we can get into the episode. It is September 16, 2020, and it is 6 o'clock in the morning. Welcome in. Good morning to everybody. What do we have going on for this Wednesday? We have a few stories to kind of go over, a few articles, things like that. I got fresh glass for my rig. I'm gonna take a dab this morning. Yeah, that's about it for this morning. I woke up, listened to a little bit of Ben and Woods. Shout out to 97.3 The Fan, my favorite radio station. That's how I usually get the day started. Wake up about 4:55, somewhere around there, and then lay in bed till about 5:10 or so, listening to the first segment, and then I get up and then start preparing, getting my coffee going, all of that, and then here we are. Another day, another episode. What did we have going on yesterday? I did the Tuesday morning tokes, so go check out that. That is up and on the page. Typically, Zach and myself do No World Order podcast on IG Live. We didn't do that yesterday. I think Zach is still recovering from his surgery on his foot. So, we just took this week off. I'm not sure what's going to be going on for the future, but I think we'll be getting back into some sort of schedule coming up here soon. I know his life is going to be, pretty busy coming up, just due to life stuff happening for him. So that's, that's cool. That's great. I just don't know what it's going to do for this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you can go check out at @the_No World Order podcast on Instagram. Go give that a follow. That is where we go live, when we go live. We try and put it out on social media when we're gonna go live. So it's typically on Tuesdays around 3:30. We just weren't able to yesterday. Like I said, I think it's because of him still recovering from surgery and things like that. But yeah, we'll get back to it. What else happened yesterday? I woke up and did the Tuesday morning tokes, and then after that, I was kind of chilling for a little bit. Watching some YouTube and different things. I forget exactly what I was watching. Some of it just kind of blurred in altogether. It was something. I forget. But then I decided to find a heavy bag workout, like a boxing heavy bag workout, and then I did a 30-minute workout on the heavy bag, and man, that was exhausting. That was really good. I'm glad I did that. And then after that, I cooled down for 5-10 minutes, and I was trying to hit a mile run, but after that workout, man, I needed only a tenth of a mile left. I got 0.9 miles, and I was just done. I was about to throw up, and I didn't want to throw up on the street. So I just kind of called it right then. But yeah, I was exhausted. It was good to get that exercise, get that sweat in. And yeah, man, it's important. Good health and good cardio, all that stuff is important. So, and that's one of the things, that they're not talking about, especially with this whole virus thing and everything like that, is they're not talking about your health, man. They're not telling you vitamin D to, take that. And, just the sun itself probably won't be enough because you need more of it. And then now the sun is kind of being blocked out. But yeah, the sun mixed with some like vitamin D supplement seems to have been, really beneficial. I'm hearing something about zinc as well. Yeah, I'm taking vitamin D. I gotta get another multivitamin because my vitamin D is running out. But yeah, I'll probably get this multivitamin and then probably an additional vitamin D as well, just because it's like those are good things. And then it's like I'm trying to eat more, whole foods and more just fruits and vegetables, like whole fruits and vegetables, and that's where I'm getting some of my more nutrients from. Trying to get more of the hemp protein in me, so I just have a more well balanced nutrition. So that's where I'm at. That's what it is. What else is going on? What else did I do yesterday? Got a little bit more herb and stuff from the dispensary. I did actually apply for a couple positions at this dispensary, so who knows what'll happen. Like I said, I don't really want to go work for a job or anything like that, work for somebody, but being in the cannabis industry wouldn't be the worst thing. Just as long as I know it'd be like temporary though. Only like 6 months to a year and that's it. But then I don't know what it would do with the channel and how that would happen and how it would work out. But yeah, man, I know I'm going to need some sort of income coming in. I would love to be able to support myself off of this, but for right now, that just isn't the case. That isn't happening. I don't know how I can make it happen, but that would be the goal. That would be the end game for sure, to be able to, survive and thrive off of what I enjoy doing. And don't get me wrong, like I enjoy the cannabis industry. I would somewhat enjoy that, but it is still a job and there's still rules and stuff you have to follow as far as, working for a company and a boss and all of that stuff. So I don't like that aspect of it, but getting my foot in the door in the cannabis industry, I've always wanted to do that. So who knows? I guess now it's just kind of a waiting game. Wait and see if I hear back from them, But I don't know what's going on because I need something, man. I need something. Before we get into a dab, let me tell you about Black Rifle Coffee Company, man. It's not an ad or anything. I've heard about them through like Steven Crowder, Elijah Schaefer from Slightly Offensive, I believe The Fighter and the Kid at some point. But yeah, man, my dad decided to order them like a week ago or so, and we just got the order in a few days back, and he ordered the Fit Fuel blend. This is like a medium roast, and let's just read what it says. It says, "Let this medium roast fuel your inner athlete with a delicious combination of bold and smooth flavors and a malt finish. Unlike a motivational gym quote, this high caffeinated blend will actually kickstart your workout." And it says it has the most balanced flavor, aroma, and acidity. And to me, I mean, I haven't had any of the other coffees, so I can't really compare it to any of the other ones of their brands, you know what I mean? But this Fit Fuel, man, is seriously some of the best coffee I've ever had. And I drink coffee almost every morning, but I usually just would get just whatever stuff, store brand stuff. I'd get Maxwell's, I'd get Folgers every once in a while. I'd try it out, you know. Nothing was great, It was just it was what it was. But this stuff, man, this Fit Fuel, that stuff is so good, smooth, and just really tasty, flavorful, and yeah, man, I've been loving it. So shout out to Black Rifle Coffee Company. They're like veteran owned and here in the US, and yeah, man, it's pretty cool. And then my dad was saying, because I think he got on the membership plan or whatever, he said the next order We get the beans will be roasted on the 23rd and delivered to us by the 25th. So you can't really get much fresher than that. So that's pretty awesome, man. That is pretty awesome right there. Again, that's not an ad. They're not a sponsor or anything like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I just want to, share a product that, it's no wonder that these people have been, sticking by Black Rifle Coffee Company for a while now because, man, they honestly have a good product. So shout out to Steven Crowder and, all those guys who have been pumping the Black Rifle Coffee Company. It worked and got us to try it. And, man, I think we're going to be customers for a long time because that coffee is really good, man. It is really, really good stuff. But now we can start getting into this dab. I got this Peach Oz batter from Highland. I know I've had that before in the past. I really like this Highland brand. They've just been really consistent with the quality of their concentrates for the price. And I've just been, really happy with it. So, when you find something that you like and they are consistent with it, might as well keep with it. I remember reading this one article on Tuesday Morning Tokes like maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago where they said like brand loyalty and like loyalty to a product or a strain is very rare in the cannabis industry because of the inconsistencies and things like that. So it's like I try to be consistent. I want that consistency, but then I also like the variety, like I like mixing it up as well. But if there's a good, solid, consistent strain, I'll try and get it like almost every time, honestly. That's just me though. So this is the Peach Oz. That's nice. That's nice. Has a nice little citrusy, sweet smell to it. Interesting. Like a juicy, almost like you can almost smell like a juicy smell. Like I don't know how you smell a juicy smell, but it's kind of what it smells like. Pretty funny. What else happened? I think we're gonna get into it in one of the articles. The Padres and the Dodgers. I watched that game last night. Yeah, I think we'll get into that a little bit. I think that was one of the articles, but I watched that. What else? So my therapist has told me to do this thing where I like write or type out my thoughts every day. I've missed a few days here or there just due to watching the Padre game, and then when it's over, I just go to bed and stuff. But last night, I did like 20 something minutes of writing, and man, it's good. It's really good to just let it all out, let your thoughts out, get it on paper, on the computer, or whatever, just type it out. That's what I'm doing. I'm just typing it out. And it's really nice. It's really nice to be able to have that outlet. You can just you can say whatever you want and nobody's gonna see it, and yeah, it's good. I really like it. I really like that he it's been something I've wanted to do for a while. I've done it in the past, but this time it feels different. Like I'm not just saying the same thing. Well, I kind of am saying the same things, but I'm less self-conscious about it. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I really like the daily thoughts journal type thing. It's helped me a little bit, so just wanted to pass that along because if it can help anybody else, that's important to me. Because I don't want people like experiencing the pain that I feel, man. It's not a fun thing. I know my life isn't as bad as like some people's, but the way my brain is and how that's wired, it is different, and it makes things like worse, to me. Outsiders looking in, oh, you have a great life, all the loved ones, parents, all this stuff, but it's inside. It's in the head, So if you can find anything to help out, that's why the exercise has been helping. The writing helps, going to therapy helps, but I'm gonna have to take a step back on that because I'm not even getting any money right now. So I got one appointment coming up this week, and then that's probably gonna be it for a while. Maybe just stick to once a month now or a month and a half. I don't know what's gonna happen, but not fun, because I kind of need that still. So it is what it is, I guess. Let's get into this dab. This peach Oz from Highland. Cheers. Chase it with some Black Rifle coffee, Fit Fuel. Damn. That's tasty. Good stuff right there. Oh, man. That was a good dab, man. Whoo-wee. Got that head change going, that's for sure. Yeah, so I mean that was about 15, 16 minutes of going without smoking. So, to me, I definitely wanted to test that a little bit. Because, Sober October's coming up. Oh man, nose is runny again lately. Anyway, Sober October's coming up, and I don't rely on smoking on the podcast as a crutch, but it kind of, creates this little break and little just stop. It just just this little pause in everything. Let me gather my thoughts and all of that. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes without having those little breaks and little stops, and not having cannabis be one of the main focal parts of the podcast. It'll be interesting to see how that month goes. But it looks like I was pretty comfortable about 15, 16 minutes in, not worrying about smoking or anything. So that was cool. We'll just kind of see how it goes when it happens, I guess. But yeah, that was a good little test to see, how it did. I mean, it was fine. I just purposefully chose to man, why did I look at my phone? Why did I look at my phone? But yeah, I purposely chose to smoke right now. So let's read this. I think this is from the same articles that I was reading, the cannabis news from yesterday, like a couple of the stories. LA Weekly, cannabis has shown promise for relieving Alzheimer's disease, chronic pain, poor appetite, and other issues that affect seniors. Like I said, this is from LA Weekly. Try not to focus on just cannabis stories, but this just came out a few hours ago, so why couldn't it come out yesterday, man? Like, I could have used this story as well. Anyway, the older we get, the more demands and care our bodies require. One estimate claims that by the year 2030, the current statistics on senior diseases will be doubled, resulting in 15 million adults that will suffer from some sort of ailment. With this in mind, can cannabis improve the life of seniors? If so, how? A positive development in all of this is that cannabis remains a newcomer to the health field, transforming it into a well of untapped potential. You can expect a lot of studies about cannabis and its effect on seniors in the near future. Here are 6 ways in which cannabis can make things easier for seniors and their family members. Cannabis improves their quality of life. As we age, our bodies start to deteriorate in every way, leading to some pain and discomfort. Seniors are more prone to experience inflammation, mental and bone health issues and high pressure. Luckily, there is anecdotal evidence in some studies that say cannabis is a good way of providing some relief. It's a natural compound. Without messing with chemicals that may do more harm than good, especially in a deteriorating body, cannabis relies on its natural properties, treating patients with gentleness and care. The plant is multidimensional and has a variety of consumption methods, affecting a wide range of diseases and effectively managing their systems in the least invasive way. There's no need for seniors to get high. Even though a little high has never hurt anybody, there's no reason why seniors using medical marijuana need to get high as well. Experts have started to develop effective medicinal CBD strains that contain small amounts of THC. These strains focus their efforts on the therapeutic side of the plant, producing little to no psychoactive effect. It's safer than prescription drugs. Opioid-related deaths are one of the most serious crises Americans face, and a well-regulated plan of medicinal cannabis could help diminish that. While it's believed that opioids affect younger people, statistics claim that over 2.8 million seniors have abused prescription drugs within the last year. Opioids pose a threat for seniors and increase their chances of falling, which is one of the main reasons why they end up in nursing homes. A steady and well-managed dosage of marijuana can drastically reduce these risks. Cannabis can foster a sense of community. Loneliness is something greatly affects seniors, and that can act as a gateway for depression, diseases, and even death. Cannabis is considered a mind-enhancing substance which could help seniors develop their creativity, improve social skills, and promote their relaxation. I'll just stop right there. Wouldn't that be good for anybody? Because I feel like this is me, and I'm younger. And, dude, they say loneliness could even lead to death. I better not get lonely. I better find something, man. I better, because I'm telling you, I feel that. It's, led me to a dark depression. It's really tough. Loneliness is a killer, man. I guess they say it leads to death. It is a killer for sure. It has led me to some of the darkest thoughts for sure. That loneliness is just, it eats me alive. Cannabis and healthcare. After enduring stigma for many years, the United States is getting closer to accepting cannabis as official medicine, hopefully making the drug available for healthcare programs, reducing costs, and improving the lives of many. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That was a good little article there. So shout out to LA Weekly. I thought that was pretty important, man. Like I said, I normally don't like to focus on cannabis on this, but it didn't pop up yesterday, so I couldn't get to it yesterday. So I thought it was pretty important. Pretty cool. And I'm passionate about it, so it is going to be in the fold, but I do try and stick to the cannabis stories in the Tuesday morning tokes, but it is what it is. So let's get into some of this Padres talk here. All right, this is from ABC News 10. This says Gonzalez cools off Padres, Rios, homers, and Dodgers 3-1 win. Bummer for the Padres. Their win streak finally comes to an end. That was a little bit of a bummer, but let's read this. San Diego. After Tony Gonzalez quieted San Diego's bats for 7 innings, the Los Angeles Dodgers still weren't in the clear until Kenley Jansen got out of the bases-loaded jam in the 9th. I'm telling you, the Padres did not give up. It was a bit of a rough game. They did only ended up getting that one run. But it came down to the bases loaded in the 9th. I think there was 1 out initially, and then, the 2 outs, and then Cronenworth struck out and to end the game. But they had every bit of chance to come back, and they've had like 20 something, I think 20 games that were won from behind. So they had 20 comeback wins on the season so far. And you felt like they had every opportunity to make it happen there last night. Just couldn't get it done. Jansen struck out Will Myers and rookie Jake Cronenworth, both of whom hit grand slams this year. Oh, that's what hurts, man. Both of them have hit grand slams, and they had the table set, just couldn't get it done. To save the 3-1 win for Gonzalez on Tuesday night, the Dodgers snapped the Padres' 8-game winning streak and regained a 2.5-game lead in the NL West. Jansen earned his 11th save in 13 chances. I don't really care what Roberts is saying. The 7-time NL West champion Dodgers being pushed by a Padres team that hasn't been to the playoffs since a winning division in 2006 bounced back from a 7-2 loss in the opener of the series between the NL's two best teams. And they are the two NL's best teams, man, and it is exciting to see. You got one more game tonight. Padres cruising toward a berth in the expanded playoffs, lost for just the third time in 15 games. Justin Turner had 3 singles in his return from the injured list, including an RBI hit in the first off Zach Davies, who was 7-3, or who's now 7-3, who had a career high streak of 5 straight victories snapped. Man. It was a tough one, man. I will say this. I feel like after the Padres won the previous night, they did kind of make it a big deal. And, they initially said that they weren't going to do that, and it was just another game. And, that's all it was. They weren't going to make it out to be more than it was. And then I think after that win, they did make it out to be more than it was. And I feel like the Dodgers just kind of took care of business last night. And like I said, the Padres, you always feel like they are never out of it. But this game felt a little different all the way up until the 9th. And then it was like, oh, man, here they come. They can have a chance. But I don't know. Tatis is like struggling, man. And that's really tough to see. Because he was on fire, and now it's just like ice cold. It's like I saw it on Twitter. Like he's almost a sure out. Like it's crazy. It's like he's a sure out, and it's like that's not good, especially to be getting this late into the season. Is like they gotta start picking up. He has to make some adjustments and do something. I don't know, but it's not looking good for Tatis right now. And you don't like to see him struggling if you're a fan, that's for sure. He is one of the best players. He's still great defensively. There was, I know Ben Higgins was kind of saying he noticed some of the throws being a little off from short to first and stuff like that. And, that's been true too, but I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just a little run down, maybe a little beat up. I don't know. But hopefully they get it taken care of, worked out, fixed, and, get right before this playoff push. Reigning NL MVP Cody Bellinger also had an RBI single in the third, and Rios made it 3-1 when he homered deep into the seats, and Wright leading off the fifth. His fourth. Gonzalez, 1-1, held the Padres to 1 run and 4 hits, struck out 2 and walked none in his longest outing so far. The 26-year-old rookie kept the Padres off balance except for the third when they manufactured 1 run. Jurickson Profar hit a leadoff double over the right fielder Mookie Betts, advanced on Greg Garcia's sacrifice, and then scored when Trent Grisham beat out a bunt for a single. That was fun. Small ball right there. That was good stuff. After Grisham's single, Gonzalez retired 14 of the next 15 batters. Yeah. Then there's just more of Dodgers quotes, and let's see. This is Jace Tingler right here. Gonzalez has been tough on the entire league this year, Padres manager Jace Tingler said. That's the second time we've seen him this season. We actually saw him 4 or 5 innings in spring training. He's good. He's been a tough matchup for us. I thought his velo even picked up later in the game. Davies, who also lost to the Dodgers on August 12th, allowed three runs and 8 hits in 6 innings, struck out 5, and walked 1. Still a solid outing from him, but no offense, no support this game. But yeah, still great games, a great series. Still got one more coming up this evening. I believe it'd be at like 6:10 again. I could be wrong on that though. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Let's just see. Just type in Padres start time. Let's go to Padres schedule. And let's see. What is today? Oh, it is Wednesday, so it's a 1 o'clock game. Heck yeah. It's an afternoon game. I am all for that. Yes. That's what it is, right? September. Yeah, buddy. I'm all for that. I love it. Padres don't usually do good on afternoon games, but this season has been a little bit different, you know? So, I'm excited about that. I had no idea. I was just going to let the day go and would have probably missed it. Probably wouldn't have missed it, but I'm glad I saw that. That gets me excited. I got to finish this up and maybe go on a little run and take a shower and get ready for the Padre game. Be good stuff. So San Diego County close to more restrictive purple tier, but not there yet. Oh my god, we're gonna be in more lockdown. This is so stupid. If the county is placed into the purple tier, all indoor operations at barbershops and hair salons can continue, but gyms, restaurants, and places of worship will be pushed back outdoors. What a joke, man. This is so stupid. All of this is just a joke. San Diego County's case rate entered purple tier territory on California Governor Gavin Newsom's color-coded COVID-19 monitoring system on Tuesday. And while it can mean a rollback of business reopening for the region, we won't know for certain for another week. San Diego County's case rate last week was 7.9, which is outside of the 4 to 7 range of the red tier and qualifies it for the most restrictive of the 4. If demoted, San Diego will lose its title as one of only 2 Southern California counties classified in the state's less restrictive red tier. The red tier permits several business sectors to reopen indoor operations in a limited capacity. For example, gyms have reopened at 10% capacity indoors, and places of worship and movie theaters were allowed to reopen at 25% capacity indoors with a maximum of 100 people. The guideline that states that counties must have consistent data for 2 weeks in order to move between tiers is keeping San Diego in the red tier for now, but reopening could revert if the county's case rate remains above 7 for 1 more week, Public Health Officer Dr. Wilma Wooten said. A huge contributing factor to the case rate increase, a surge in positive COVID-19 cases at SDSU that has accounted for more than 600 cases in the last 3 weeks, Dr. Wooten told county supervisors on Tuesday. Okay, let me just ask this though. I mean, there's been cases, but has anything happened with these cases? Has anybody been sick? Has anybody been in trouble? Has anybody been hospitalized? Like, are we just using these cases as bullshit? Or, because everything I'm hearing is like younger people. You know, I know this is college, so they're a little bit older, but, you know, younger people are like some of the least effective people to get it or have symptoms or anything. So, like, why are we worried about cases on college campuses? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I understand. See, like, to me, I understand checking, like, the football players and stuff like that because they are usually more overweight and obese and can have health issues and underlying health issues and things like that. But as far as like a regular average student, man, I don't get it. It's super frustrating. Super frustrating. Without SDSU's cases, the county's case rate would be 6, solidly in the red tier, Wooten added. So we're just blaming this. Oh my god, it's all semantics, man. It's crazy. Public health officer said she asked the state to consider the fact when determining what tier to put San Diego County. California Secretary of Health and Humane Services, Dr. Mark Ghali, addressed the issue on Tuesday, stating he was aware of the surge at SDSU was a contributing factor and said the state and county were working together to address the increase in cases in recent weeks. County Supervisor Kristen Gaspar said the group of 5 county supervisors as a whole are having productive conversations with Governor Newsom about keeping San Diego in the red tier. Quote, if we can get relief from these impossible metrics, establish local control, and remove the SDSU cases without jeopardizing businesses' license and CARES Act money, it will be a win for San Diego, Gaspar said in a press release. Gaspar said she has given supervisors 1 week to work things out with the governor and report back at a special meeting next week. Quote, if this does not happen, we will have no choice but to take more drastic actions, she said. The report is due on the same day the state releases its next round of case data, which, barring an agreement between the county and the state, will determine if San Diego County will be forced to shutter most indoor businesses once again. If the county is placed into the purple tier, all newly reopened indoor operations would be forced to shutter except for barbershops and hair salons. Indoor retail and shopping centers may also remain open, but with their capacity limited to 25%, with food courts closing down again. Essential businesses like grocery stores and banks would remain operational. That means restaurants, places of worship, museums, and gyms would need to close all indoor services. Those sectors can continue to operate outdoors with modifications. Man, this is crazy. There's more, but that's just crazy. It is crazy. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. That to me, it just sounds like they're gonna just use the SDSU cases as a way to get things shut down again, and that's not fair. It's not cool, and it's man, I don't know what to do. And then nobody's passing any bill to get people additional funds and unemployment and all that. Like, all of that just keeps getting swept under the rug and not talked about. And but they're gonna keep playing this game of shutting us down, opening up, shutting down, and just messing with people's livelihoods. It's insane. It's driving me crazy. And I'm not even involved that much, but it's like, it's still not cool. It's not right. It is not right, man. But what can we do? I don't know what we can do. Like, I really don't. Because it's like, we live here and we have to, we don't have to follow their guidelines, but we have to kind of play their game as best, like, if we want to survive. Like, I don't know, man. It's a frustrating thing. It's driving people crazy. I know. Just talking about it, like, just trying to rationalize what they are doing just makes no sense to me. It's crazy. I really don't get it. I don't understand. Was I gonna read this one? So let's read this. This says exclusive. False fire rumors keep spreading on Facebook despite ban. Conspiracy theories about the origin of fires in Oregon are still spreading through private Facebook group days after the social media giant announced it would remove false claims, according to research from the German Marshall Fund of the United States shared exclusively with Axios. Why it matters. Facebook's efforts to control misinformation on its vast platform continue to lag behind the spread of rumors and conspiracy theories about life and death crises, and researchers are urging earlier and stronger action, especially as the election gets closer and the coronavirus continues to rage in the country. What the fuck? Context. Rumors on Facebook and Twitter blaming the Oregon wildfires on, quote, Antifa and Black Lives Matter groups started circulating on September 8th and proliferated for days, diverting law enforcement personnel and resources even as firefighters struggled to put out the blazes. Portland News Channel KGW8 reported that 911 dispatchers were inundated with calls about anti-fascists starting the fires. The FBI sought to correct the rumors on Friday, September 11th. Facebook announced it would take posts down on Saturday, September 12th, but had already started applying warning labels and reducing distribution of the posts on September 10th. Hold up. So Portland is saying that 911 dispatchers had calls saying that like Antifa and all this were starting fires, right? That's what I'm reading right here. Portland News Channel reports that 911 dispatchers were inundated with calls about anti-fascists starting the fires. But then Facebook says that that's wrong. And the FBI seeks to correct that and say that it's wrong. How can they say it's wrong when Portland 911 operators are saying that that's what's being said and is happening? By the numbers. Researchers from German Marshals Fund have been tracking 33 reopened groups on Facebook, some with up to 171,000 members originally started to protest stay-at-home orders for the coronavirus crisis. The groups have become vectors for conspiracy theories, the German Marshall Fund's Karen Kornblue told Axios. Posts with rumors that anti-fascist groups started the fires were present in 11 of 33 of the groups before Facebook announced it would remove the content, this person said. The content remains available and is still spreading according to the German Marshall Fund's research and screenshots seen by Axios. The researchers estimate that the rate at which the content is being viewed and interacted has not slowed down since Facebook's September 12th announcement. Facebook needs a circuit breaker for these types of viral moments. There needs to be an approach focused on risk of widespread harm as opposed to imminent harm. What they're saying. We use technology to remove content even in private groups by training our systems to identify and take down posts that include violating keywords, images, and videos. This doesn't catch everything, but our teams are working to improve the technology, Facebook's spokesperson Liz tweeted. I don't want to try and pronounce that last name. And that's scary. They can just go in and delete things that they say violates terms just based on words. That's scary, man. I don't like any part of this. God. They're trying to change the narrative, and to me that makes no sense. It's like the police are getting called saying it's these people doing it, and then the FBI says, no, we're going to change the narrative on that. And it's like, if you read any sort of news or articles coming out, there are a ton, like a good handful, like I hate saying a ton, that's super exaggerated, but there's been a good handful of people that have been arrested in connection to starting these fires. Who knows if they're a part of a group, but like I just know here in Southern California, San Diego, California in general, when these wildfires happen, a majority of the time, it is started by arson. It is started by people who just want to see it burn, you know? There's been cases in the past. I was listening to History Hyenas at one point a few weeks back, and they were talking about how, like, firefighters at one point, not here in California, I forget exactly, maybe Chicago or something, went around setting fires to their own community just because they wanted to prove to the city that they were needed. So it's like you'll always have these types of people. And like I said, when you read the news, you read these articles, people are getting arrested for setting these fires. But they're still going to blame it on climate change. And like I said, I don't know if they're a part of like Antifa or Black Lives Matter or whatever. But typically that wouldn't make much sense because typically Antifa, they're more environmentalists and, probably a lot of vegans as well. And it's just funny because I'm vegan, plant-based and all that. And it's like, people would probably assume that I'd be so far on the left just with how I look, with what I believe in, smoking weed, vegan, all this stuff. But man, I still hold like such strong conservative values with things. It's pretty crazy. It's really interesting. But yeah, man, kind of forgot where I was going. But all I know is that these fires are not good. It's destroying people, destroying people's lives, property, all that stuff. And it seems like there's been a purposeful agenda to doing so. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. But I think that is all I have. UFC is gonna be on this weekend. We have Tyron Woodley and Colby Covington. That's gonna be a good fight. I'm hoping that's a good fight anyway. I'm hoping to see some sort of interviews or some sort of press conferences coming up over these next couple of days because I know Colby, Justin Gaethje, Henry Cejudo, Dana White were all at the Trump rally in Henderson, Nevada, or whatever it was, a couple nights back. And that was pretty funny, man. So I would be kind of expecting to see Colby kind of just playing that, Donald Trump, the president's favorite fighter, and just make America great again. Like, I would just imagine the interviews and the press conferences to be super entertaining, especially just meeting the president again and having that picture taken with the UFC fighters, Dana White and the president and stuff. So I just thought that was cool. I mean, it's cool to see people, you don't get shit if you come out in support of like Biden or the left or something like that. But, people get a lot of hate for coming out and supporting Trump. So it's just cool to see people come out and, show their support and be vocal about it, that you have that right. And, again, I'll say this every single time. I'm not going to vote for Trump. I don't believe in the two-party system. If anything, I'll vote for Joe Jorgensen, the Libertarian Party. But I don't think Trump is the worst president ever. I don't think he's like a bad guy. He's probably like cheated some people out of stuff over the years, but that's business, man. That's just how business goes. Is it right? No. But that's business, and everybody always said they wanted a businessman in office. They didn't want a career politician, and now we have a businessman in office, and he just can't do anything right, even though he's been running it like a business. And prior to this lockdown and COVID, this virus, this China virus, everything was doing really good. Honestly, things were really good overall in the country. But they couldn't let that last. They could not let that last. And now here we are playing this political game, keeping us shut down and playing this back and forth, opening up, shutting down. And it's where we're at. Scary stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't like his vaccine thing. I don't like, if it's such a minimal thing, if it's something we don't even have to worry about, like why are you rushing a vaccine? I just don't understand it. I don't like it. I don't like any part of it. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today. I appreciate you if you're still listening. Again, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I will be back on Friday. Try and get some game streaming tomorrow. I got my therapy appointment tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow. I gotta double check. Could be Friday. I don't know. One of those days coming up though. Anyway, I think that is gonna do it. Until next time, everybody. Peace.